Hi, I'm Dr. Matt Fromm,
And I'm Dr. Chad Ruxco.
and I'd like to officially welcome you to the Maximize Living Milwaukee launch party. See, in 2008, I moved here to Milwaukee knowing just a handful of people, and I moved from Florida, which is pretty crazy all in and of itself. But we had a vision in our heart, and my wife and I decided that we were going to plan a Maximize Living Health Center right here in the greater Milwaukee area, the first of its kind in Brookfield. And we've had the opportunity now to expand that vision into a new partnership that we've developed with Dr. Chad.
And I'm actually born and raised right here in Wisconsin. In 2010, I actually opened up the Hales Corners location for Maximize Living to reach even more people in Milwaukee.
So we're excited about our new partnership here because it gives us the opportunity to bring the Maximize Living Health Centers under one umbrella and to be able to coordinate our efforts to reaching and saving as many lives as possible. Over the past several months, the Hales Corners Clinic has undergone massive transformation, and we're excited to officially present the community Maximize Living Milwaukee. This partnership between both the Brookfield and the Hales Corners locations is the start of many more locations to come and the launch of Maximize Living Care being accessible to the greater Milwaukee area. We have a big vision to help millions of people avoid unnecessary sickness and disease. I can assure you that we will do everything in our power to deliver great care, support you through your healing process, and help you live that life of health the way that God has designed and intended. As you experience that, share that message with others in your community, and together we can transform the health of a city.
We have a great event planned for you today, and we look forward to meeting all of you personally. We just want to thank you for helping us launch Maximize Living Milwaukee.
Back to the morning blend. Well, it is fair to say our country is unhealthy. 7 out of 10 people are on at least one medication. We take 80% of the world's supply of painkillers. And consider this, more than 40% of us will be diagnosed with cancer at some point in our lives. So our next guests are on a mission to change that, prevent unnecessary suffering. They are here with 5 things you need to do in order to beat those odds. We have Dr. Matt Fromm and Dr. Chad Ruxco. They are both with Maximize Living. They're both Maximize Living doctors. Hi, guys.
Hi there.
Great to see you. Let's talk about some of these numbers. The state of America today, not so positive. And we actually have the second last in the world in healthy longevity. So we're not living as long, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're living there, but not the healthy years. So the quality versus the quantity, and that's really what we want to make a difference in, because we want people to have fun in life, you know, be able to travel with family and enjoy the grandkids and not have to be hooked to a whole box full of medications to do it.
Yeah, and speaking of medications, 80% of the world's painkillers we're consuming.
It's really unbelievable, but it is a reality that we're dealing with specifically in the United States of America. And we really believe that that's a lot of unnecessary suffering, that if we could just teach people some simple lifestyle changes, we could avoid a lot of that unnecessary suffering.
So what do you feel is the solution?
Well, I mean, our model is based on the 5 essentials. So there's 5 key lifestyle areas that we look in to help a patient be able to make change. We know that the body has the capacity to heal itself. It doesn't need any help. It just needs no interference. So these are 5 key areas that we can help them make lifestyle changes in to remove the interference and get their body back to healing and functioning the way that it should.
All right, let's walk through the 5 essentials then. The first one is maximize mindset. So quickly, as it relates to mindset, what do we need to do to stop running interference and be more healthy?
I think the biggest key here is our approach, you know, to start to look to solutions that aren't just symptom related or symptom based, but to really get to the cause. And that's what we help to help people be able to recognize and start to show them some key areas to get to causative factors of their pain or their suffering or sickness or disease that they're dealing with. And then again, creating a healthy lifestyle to help them overcome some of those causative factors.
And what's the key with nerve supply?
Well, the nerve system controls every organ, cell, and tissue in the entire body. So when it's not functioning correctly, your body's not going to heal the way that it should, then that also will cause sickness and disease over time. So again, another area of interference. Remove the interference off the nerve system. That's the system that the body heals through. It'll get back to healing itself.
And we hear a lot about nutrition, particularly our gut health, but that's a key component to health also.
It certainly is. Yeah, I mean, the foods that we eat, we are you know, we're all very aware of how that plays a role in our health and especially quality of health as we age.
Fitness.
Yeah.
Exercising is
another
important.
given, right? And we teach specific philosophies and principles when it comes to fitness to kind of get the most bang for your buck, you know, high intensity, low duration, to really get your metabolism ramped up and help your body be able to perform at its best.
So you don't have to work out for an hour and a half,
Not
right?
necessarily.
It's higher
No.
intensity, maybe even shorter periods of time.
You got it.
What about the role of toxicity?
Yeah, I mean, minimizing toxicity. I mean, part of that would be addressing the medication. So if you're on 80% painkillers throughout our country, there's a lot of synthetic chemicals going into our bodies. If we can look at a more natural approach and make some lifestyle changes and reduce that level of toxicity, and of course there's tons of areas that we can work on that, skin products, hair and makeup and all those types of things, and we look for versions that minimize the toxicity for a patient's life. So again, remove the interference so their body can function and heal correctly.
You have some incredible testimonials. We've been talking about it throughout the show. One woman who had migraines from the time she was a child, and it wasn't until her 30s that she met you and started to get help, but within a matter of months, significantly decreased her migraines, as well as someone who had constant back pain, surgeries, fusions, and then went to being able to work a 12-hour day pain-free.
Yeah, for sure. And you're referring to Megan and Deanna, and these are just people that we get to interact with that are patients in our office and are just real stories to us, and we love to see the life transformation that occurs, to have them getting back to their full potential. And you know, Megan has 2 young boys now that she can go participate in the fun activities and have a blast now and not have to suffer from those migraines all the time. That's made a huge difference, obviously.
That's huge. I mean, it really affects quality of life when you have chronic headaches. And then one of the stories you mentioned was Deanna. We talked a little bit about that with backs. She was in a low place in her life, having constant chronic pain, felt helpless. She'd had all these surgeries. She felt like nothing was even coming close to touching the pain.
Yeah, Deanna's a beautician, so 12 hours a day, you know, doing hair, and it's very intense labor and work, and she loves what she does. But you know, 10, 12-hour days that stack up, and just the toll that that was taking on her body, and we helped her make a few simple changes. And even though she had had surgery and nerve ablation and some injections, she was hesitant, but we said, listen, this is what we do. And a lot of times people will wonder, hey, well, you know, I've had a surgery. Can Maximize Living or chiropractic care, can that still help me? And you know, we'll figure that out for you and see. But I would say don't let that be a limiting factor. Come in and get checked, and we'll see if it is something we can help with.
Speaking of coming in, checking things out, September 26th, a big launch party. That includes Dr. Chad. That's why he's joining you here today. This is an opportunity for really people to find out more and ask questions, right?
Absolutely. So we wanted to introduce Dr. Chad into the community. He's going to be running our Hales Corners office now, the new partnership that we've been able to develop there, and we're super excited to be able to serve that area of the community. And so, you know, Dr. Chad, wave, say hi to everybody here. Yeah, it's just awesome to have him on board.
Same philosophies with the 5 essentials, right?
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
wellness.
Yeah, there's just too many people out there who are sick and suffering. And honestly, what we have to offer is what people are looking for. And we want to extend it out to as many people as possible and help as many people in Milwaukee as we can.
That is wonderful. And at this launch party, you're going to have face painting for kids, which is really fun. People can find out how Maximized Living can help them get results. There are going to be snacks donated by local restaurants that are healthy. You can find out more. And the first 25 people watching the Morning Blend today who RSVP to attend the launch party that's happening on Saturday, September 26th from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. If they register, you'll receive a free gift at the event. And you can do that at DocFrom. It's FRAHM.net/launch. You can also call this phone number to get more information. It is 262-292-1781, and DocFrom.net/launch is the website to visit. Great to meet both of you.
Yeah,
Thank you
so much for having us
Great
out.
to see you again.